What's great with you today, man? Where your energy at? Today is Feeling Yourself Friday. And I was thinking, how could I give y'all a picture in my mind how we have to retrain our belief system? It's the mental equivalent. If I'm not able to see myself in a better place, not saying right now isn't good enough, but I have to have the mental equivalent of what I really want. If I mentally want to do better, if I mentally want to feel better, if I mentally want to be healthy, if I actually want to start working out, but mentally that doesn't lock in my reality, those words really in vain. So mentally, the work starts mental. So in order for me to feel myself, I need to be able to see myself in a better place mentally, in a better place physically, in a better place spiritually. It's about self-maintenance. So within my mind, depression or mental health, I love speaking about this because this is one of the main things that had me locked in such a lower vibration, a lower energy. You know, we wanna vibrate higher. We want to be joyful, truthfully, not just faking it until we make it, because we're kind of lying to ourselves. That's almost we're putting ourselves, we're hypnotizing ourselves with our own belief system. We're putting ourselves under a spell based on our beliefs, not with reality, but what we believe. And for me, that was very dangerous. So I had to change the mental equivalent of what I was saying to myself, where I was picturing I could be. So we take a second right now. Let's say you want to start a business. Everything about starting a business comes up, and the counteracting thought says, you know what? I don't have no money. That counteracting thought to the original thought, it kills the energy of that first thought. So mentally equivalent, we shouldn't allow money to block us. It would just mentally imagine a thing. That's a trap of the ego. If I can't mentally imagine myself being a successful business owner, if I can't mentally imagine that, it can't manifest in real life. So I need the mental equivalent first, then it's going to manifest. Don't look at, oh, I can't wait for the future to come, because when we do that, we're not focusing on the present moment. We're focused on the future. And what that does indirectly is saying right now isn't good enough. That can encourage anxiety. Especially right now, that can encourage depression. A lot of times I say I help you cope with depression because depression is a thought away, a breath away. And I was sharing with one of my friends yesterday, when depression, I'm so aware now of my physical and spiritual being. When depression comes over, it feels like somebody's putting a light sheet on top of you. Like, oh, like, whoa, like, what's that? It's not your truth. It's your awareness on what just happened. So what I do is I breathe. I count backwards. 3, 2, 1, 0. Brief pause and I inhale. 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm counting in my head. What this does is it doesn't allow me to get caught in that story that comes or that want my attention for me to subscribe to. What I do is when I think about it, I invest my energy. Pardon the cause, I apologize, but where it hit me, I gotta give it to you. So where my chi goes, my energy flows. So if I'm thinking about lack, if I'm thinking about how I can't do this, how I can't accomplish that, you see where my chi is going? Sometimes we're so focused on what we can't do, we forget about what we can do. So let's pause them brakes, neutralize it. Let's focus on what we can do. More solution-based mentality. So when we meditate, we have a situation. We put in universe, okay, what's the best solution for that? And we sit and wait. That's why I love meditation so much. So meditation isn't a pill that I take and make all my problems disappear. That's not what meditation does. It's not the means to an end, a means to your end. It's a tool that helps you cope with those emotions and feeling that comes up and gives you the clarity to breathe and make the right decision going forward. You follow me? So it gives me time to slow my mind down so I can have clarity and hold the space for love and come in and move forward. Ask myself while I'm counting, what would love do? As I'm counting and breathing, What would love do? What would love do? So you feeling upset, you feeling angry, even at yourself. We count down backwards and pause, just think about what would love do. And inhale again. Pause. Think about in my mind, what would love do? And see if your resolve come up a little different. Come up a little more loving. Come up with not so much anger or aggression that keeps us kind of weighted down. We want to be light and fluffy. We want to be light and fluffy. Not so funky feeling. But we are funky feeling. We're not going to judge it. We're going to breathe and allow. And take 13 breaths. Doing that 3, 2, 1, 0. Inhale. Do that 13 times. And just think about in your mind, what would love do? And after that 13 breaths, sit with it and see if you don't feel different. And then sit and allow it and hold that space. It might not come to you right then. You might be doing something later on in the day and it pop in your mind. Keep a notepad next to you and write it down, and then later on visit that solution might be to your situation. The day feeling yourself Friday, have the mental equivalent of I am enough. Have the mental equivalent of I can succeed. Have a mental equivalent of, you know what? I'm going to love myself unconditionally. Namaste Thug. Be that change you want to see. And remember, your wellness is your wealth. Namaste Thug. Peace.